Okay, people, this is it. Episode 1, Day 1. The pilot, the kickstart. And as they say, when you're launching something big, it has to be with something even bigger. Our guest, he's not just a chef, he's a storyteller, he's a firecracker, and an ultimate culinary tastemaker. From India to the world, from home cooked, soulful meals to Michelin kitchens. He has stirred pots across the globe and started conversations everywhere he's gone. And for our first episode, we couldn't have asked for a better guest. He's bold, he's brilliant, and he's beautifully unfiltered. Suvir Saran. Let's get ready for some real talks, food truths, off the record moments, and certainly a little bit of drama. This isn't just a podcast, it's a vibe. So let's dive into it. Let's have Suvir Saran.
Hi, Supriti.
Hi, Suvir. So, my first question to you, Suvir. If you describe your journey from India to the world stage in just 3 flavors, what would they be?
Hot, spicy, and astringent.
Wow, that's interesting. And why so?
I'm hot, I'm spicy, and I bring a fresh take to things, I think.
That's interesting.
I made this up.
I know. Okay, what was the moment in your life where you felt that I've made it?
It hasn't happened yet.
You still believe there is lots more that you want to do?
मैं आप अपनी तलाश में हूँ मेरा कोई रहनुमा नहीं है वो क्या दिखाएंगे राह मुझको जिन्हें खुद अपना पता नहीं है So I think we all have to be students for life. If we've arrived, there's nothing more to do. I hope the day I've arrived is the last breath I breathe. Because I want to be hungry and learning and discovering and feeling good about living life. So I hope I don't arrive in any rush.
I think that's the way you should live life. Everything should be, on the spot. Perfect.
Today is all we have.
Yes. Okay, you've dabbled in so many creative domains like chef, author, speaker. Which one is the real Suvir?
I hope all of them are. Because the one thing I think I try to do is remain authentic to me in everything I do. And so I'm not always popular, but I sleep well for the few hours I get to sleep every day. So I've never not been myself.
That's the best way to be, I believe, being yourself.
It's boring, but
brutally
fulfilling.
Honest. How did your upbringing shape your relationship with food, culture, and art?
So I grew up in a home where we would wake up telling people what we wanted to have when we came back from school. When we got back from school, we were saying what we want to eat after our little outing for playing. And then we would say, ab sham ko kya khana hai, ab raat ko kya khayenge, or breakfast kya karna hai. So khana was paramount, food was paramount. And art and culture and life and living were something we were taught just by exposure. Our table had countless people coming unannounced, announced, and there was nothing that we were too young for.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw life on an overload. Nothing was edited. Nothing was PG rated or whatever. Life was lived as it was being unfurled. And so we saw good, bad, ugly, loud, modest. We saw challenging. We saw heartwarming, everything. And so from a young age, we were never sheltered. We were allowed to live with the pulse of life, with the extremities that made life, I think, palpably real. And in 1984, in my article today in the Indian Express, I talk about 1984 New Delhi, seeing a Sikh man being killed. And when you saw that at the age of 12, you've seen life at its ugliest.
Right.
And you haven't been sheltered from it. So if that's my life, I've seen the grotesque. And my mother kept a beautiful, modest home, but full of amazing things happening. I painted, I stitched, I embroidered, I knitted, I macrameed, I did needlework, I did shadow work, I did embroidery, I cut dresses, I made dolls, I dressed them up, I gardened, I sang, I didn't dance. But so I did all of this. So the arts and the crafts and life and living and loving and heartbreak and despair and murder and atrocity were all part of my life from a young age.
That's so holistic. I mean, there's so much that you have seen and grown up with. I believe it's.
इसलिए बुड्ढा लगता हूँ. You've seen it all.
It's just the gray hair.
That is fake. The gray hair,
That's
I've
the
parted with
color.
this 8 hours of torture. So something must be wrong in my life that I spend 8 hours to bleach my hair with 6 applications of bleach once every 4 months. So there has to be some part of me missing. That my mother said, Baba, the whole world dyes their hair dark and you're making it white.
White.
I said, Mom, दाढ़ी है तो यहाँ पे भी होना चाहिए. And she's had it since she was 29. And she looked like Indira Gandhi, and people would yell at her because, ma'am, sign kariye, autograph dijiye. She said, I'm not Indira Gandhi. You are. And she actually looked like her too. And so I've always found it very sexy and hot. And look, I painted, I don't look as beautiful as she looked when she was 29, but kya kare?
Okay. Have you ever had a moment where you wanted to quit the culinary world? And what pulled you back, if there was one?
I got into it by accident. Food and I have I'm one of the rare chefs who's been cooking from the age of 4.
4.
But I wasn't training. I've never gone to a culinary school. I've taught at culinary schools. I have worked with the greatest chefs there are. I've taught some of the greatest chefs who become stars. But I never learned it myself. I learned in a home kitchen. I learned from my mother. I learned from Panditji, our family's Brahmin chef. I learned from every housewife, house husband, house cook that cooked that I ate at a table from. And they've all taught me. But I never wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a doctor or a painter. I went to school for graphic design art history. I've taught at NYU, the School of Nutrition and Food Studies, from the age of 25 when I was the youngest adjunct professor in NYU history, at Culinary Institute of America, and then courses at Harvard Medical School, School of Public Health from the age of 30 till recently. So I've done all of this, but I've never done what I wanted to do, which was either be a full-fledged doctor or an artist. Food got me. So I thought that I can leave it. I love to feed. I love to inspire people to appreciate food in all its layers and nuance and regionality and seasonality, and not just butter chicken and dal makhni. So for me, food is just part of my life, and it's never left me by. And when I came to India to die, to carry on with my next chapter, life grabbed me. And now that I live, I've again come back to food. So food has choked me with joy, and I've appreciated it. Our journey is meant to be.
Yeah.
It's Kismet ki kahani, and we roll together.
So from household soulful food, you've been to the Michelin.
But the
kitchens.
household went with me. I still remain the only Indian chef who's dared to cook ghar ka khana and made it Michelin star.
Wow.
Because with me, zimikan ke kofte, bharele, bharwa karele, tinde, these are the things I cooked and made fancy. Not butter chicken, dal makhni and kebabs and other things. For me, showing the magic of Indian cooking.
Basic
from
cooking.
Assam to southern India, from Bengal to Maharashtra to the Konkan coast and in between. I wanted the flavors of the unsung dishes of India to make it to a fancy table. Because Indian food is only tasty when cooked at homes. In our restaurants, it's poison that's clogging your arteries and making us the world's #1 most obese and diabetes-ridden nation. So we have to go back to our home cooking. That's where the magic lies.
I think the world is changing and moving towards
Too slow in India, but
Yeah.
yes, the world is changing.
The world is changing. Fantastic. Okay, what's the lesser known story from your early days in New York that you've never told on camera? So this has to be something new and unique for us.
New York in the 1990s, 93, 94 till 2004 or 5 wasn't the glitz and glam and the incredibly welcoming city it became in the mid 2008 to 2020. America was exciting. Now we have a Looney Tune destroying America again. But that America was a dark place where there was a churn happening. I arrived when the economy was in shambles. Bill Clinton brought the economy back up. But what I arrived in was a country that was xenophobic, that was hateful of others, which all nations are. Even in India, look what we are seeing today. We are dividing ourselves. So I came in America where the Indians were taxi drivers, magazine stand owners, or terrible curry houses. This was their length and breadth of imagination. So when they looked at you, they smelled dirty, smelly food. They thought of you as a taxi driver who couldn't speak English, or they thought of you as a magazine stand owner who had claimed refuge. And so they thought of you in these parameters. And when they looked at you speak, when they looked at you want a job that they could do, why you? So I had to work 3 times harder. I had to dress up smarter than them. And I had to be polished in every way possible for them to even consider giving me access and agency that was equal to them. So it was a tough place, but you don't leave a country at 19 and 20 to, I guess, rest on laurels of your family's lore and legend. You arrive working, wanting to work hard. So I sweat, I worked hard, I was abused, I took it and I rolled with the punches and I did what I had to do to survive. And the rest is history.
Fabulous.
It wasn't easy. That's the point I
Yes.
want to make. And I don't, people have abused me, called me names. When 9/11 happened, a man broke a bottle of Snapple, cut my neck,
Oh my God.
and said, effing terrorists, get out of this country. And that was near my home at the Union Square market. And I did, that was my country. I couldn't leave it. And I don't talk about who racially profiled me, hurt me on a job, call me names, because these are now people who've become the who's who of different industries. If I reveal their names, tell their actions, their kids, their grandkids will have to worry about a monster as a mother or a father, and it doesn't change anything. So for me, silence is what I have to carry till I go. But I talk about in broader platitudes so that I can hopefully affect change. That no nation is saved from this hate of the other.
Yeah.
And we all have to learn that there is no other. Our connecting link across the planet is our shared humanity. And when we see it in each other, there's no other. And we've read about it in the Vedanta, Advait Vedanta, where there's no duality. And we've seen it in Sikhism, Ek Omkar.
Right.
And that's the premise. If you believe in a creator, they haven't created others. We're all created from the same.
From the same. Yes. And I think all religions say that.
They all
but it's
say the
just
same.
that we don't.
The takedars of religion are
Yes.
dividing us. Religion should unite us.
Absolutely. Wow. If the world only remembered one thing about Suvir Saran, what would you want that to be?
Inconvenient truth teller. Ain-i Haq, Iqbal, Allama Iqbal, the national poet of Pakistan, Indian before that, always said that his poetry was he showed us the mirror of our time and space in a moment. So you have to be the mirror of your time. So I hope people remember me like that. That he said the inconvenient truth for lack of popularity. I don't want to be popular. I'd rather be unpopular.
Well, that's not the case, I believe. All right. Now we'll have a quick rapid fire kind of a question. Okay. Quick style, right? One restaurant in India that you believe is criminally underrated.
Som Babulnath in Bombay.
Wow, I haven't heard of that one. One book that changed your worldview.
I've been reading since age 5. My first book that changed my worldview was War and Peace. And my mother said to me, how are you reading this, Baba? And I showed her the dictionary I was sitting with. I was 8-year-old reading War and Peace. So I think Damage. There's this book called Damage by Josephine Hart, I believe. And the line that changed me was, it said, damaged people are dangerous. They know they can survive. And so all my life, I've tried to not damage others. I have baggage, I have damage. So I feel that line, damaged people are dangerous. They know they can survive, made me mentor rather than other people. Because I didn't want people to have more damage in their life. Because once we are broken, we become crooks and cheats and haters. So I felt after reading that I have to protect people from being broken more.
Interesting. I'll certainly try and look for that book. Okay, 3 ingredients you swear by always in your pantry.
Cumin, coriander, and lime.
Your go-to comfort meal after a long day?
Dal, chawal, sabzi or pasta.
Dal, chawal, sabzi for me, for sure. One place in the world every food lover must visit before they die.
An Indian home with a brilliant Indian home cook cooking.
Wow, Suvir, that is so, so good. An Instagram handle or creator you think deserves more love?
Ori.
Ori!
I love him.
He already has so much love.
There are layers and layers of magic behind that man. And you see what you see, but inside is the most decent, gentle superstar of a human being. That's the puppy dog that will give love to everyone.
He looks like that. He really gives that kind of
I can't
a
get
vibe.
enough of him. He's a darling.
Yeah. If someone wants to understand India through food, what 5 dishes they should try?
Bharwa karele, bhindi, a good tahiri or a biryani, any beautiful jhol ka curry, and a kebab.
Which one is your favorite out of these 5?
All of them. And many more.
And many
It
more.
depends on my mood, how broken I am, how excited I am, how hungry I am, how sad I am. The mood. Indian food is
Yeah.
all about mood. Food is about mood.
Food is about mood. I
Food
agree.
is mood.
That's your catchline now. Food is mood. Okay. Top 3 guilty pleasures, food or otherwise.
If I was Shobha Day and honest, I would say sex.
I wanted the otherwise actually.
If I had the daring of Shobha Day, because she's so truthful. Guilty pleasures, of course, I think amorous pleasure, tasty pleasure, cerebral pleasure, and and pleasure. 4 of them.
A lot of pleasure. We get that. Okay, now we get to the segment 3. It's more about food and all of that now. Is Indian food finally getting the global spotlight it deserves, or are we still playing catch up?
Indian food is getting no global spotlight. We are, the world of food is in a churn, and the world is in a churn. We are living in a place where we have fascists and woke liberals tearing apart the world. And there's no in-between. The world lives in an in-between, and that's when things go forward. We are fighting and pulling each other apart at this place in every way, shape, and form. Geopolitically, in the food business, in the art world, we are tearing ourselves apart. So Indian food has not done itself any favor. A nation, a people, a cuisine that looks at its plate at home and thinks it's not sexy, it's not attractive, it's not delicious, and then goes out and eats butter chicken and dal makhani and idli, dosa and vada pav and thinks they've eaten so amazingly well, is a bankrupt people, bankrupt nation, bankrupt society, and bankrupt cuisine. No wonder then that UNESCO, that's called French cooking international world heritage, the cuisine of Morelia in Mexico world heritage, has called Chinese cooking world heritage, hasn't looked at us. We have to first grow up. We are the cradle of civilization, the birthplace of speech, the mother of much invention, but we haven't appreciated our own cuisine. When we gave dal, chawal, sabzi, we apologize. When we eat, ghar ka khana, we are ashamed. We don't want it in a restaurant. We'd rather eat ganda Punjabi food, Punjabi, Chinese, cheesy
Indian,
Mexican, crap.
version.
We eat crap. So till we grow up and mature and become bold in saying our food is amazing, we are a bankrupt nation, so we've done no favors. And the food we are appreciating, it comes in a guldasta, in a chota plate. We are creating
fancy
tamasha.
stuff.
It's not fancy.
There's a lot of drama.
It's not you. It's cooking for dummies. That fools who, a Pakistani driver told me in America, हम देसी लोग साहब इतने टूटे हुए हैं कि हम गोरे की लाल गाल देख के अपनी थप्पड़ मार मार के लाल कर देते हैं. That we copy people for no reason. When we are mature enough to appreciate the incredible breadth of magic we have in our cuisine for thousands of years, when we appreciate it, when we love it, when we bring it forward, when we progress with it, when we make leaps and bounds in taking it forward, that's when the world will say, oh my God, Indian cuisine is amazing.
In fact, I watch a lot of content online, and I have seen a couple of international people really appreciating the basic recipes from different parts of our country. They're recreating the jhols, like you said. They are recreating the basic dals from different, states of India, and we are
recreating jhol momo.
Yeah.
We are creating. This is what we are doing.
Yes, we. I don't know why we are always looking for confusion in the name of fusion.
It's a dirty word, fusion.
Yes.
Forget all of this. We are a nation that allows the world to tell us that our food is ethnic, and we proudly call it ethnic in India. हम देसी हैं. हम अपने ही खाने को ethnic food बोलते हैं. Oh, I'm eating French today. I'm eating food today. Oh, I'm eating ethnic today. I'm dressing ethnic today. Are you mad? Your dress can't be ethnic. You are what you are.
Exactly.
Why should a Northern European, a colonizer, still own our mind? We are colonized in our heads by a colonial mindscape that has taught us to be ashamed of our own version of everything. Our art is ethnic. Our dress is ethnic. Our jewelry is ethnic. Our makeup is ethnic. Everything we do is ethnic. What they have taught us and left behind is normal.
Yeah.
So we have to grow beyond that. The day we've matured into a fuller version of being Indian is the day our food will go forward. Till then, we are putting dal in a little pressure cooker and plating it in a fancy plate and think, oh, this is very Indian in accent and all its flavor. Hello, that's not food.
Yeah.
We have to take our food forward. We have to take it to a next level of pride, joy, development, skills. We can change our dals and sabzis to look better.
Right.
By not changing their heart and soul, by using implements and techniques that the 21st century has brought to all cuisines. Plate it, perform, do well with it, be proud of it. That's when Indian food will sing and dance in tandem with the 21st century.
Absolutely. Okay. What's one overrated food trend you wish would disappear?
Dal sushi.
Dal sushi.
And all the other crappy fusion that we're doing in India.
I've never even heard of a dal sushi.
Fusion is a dirty word across the world.
Yes. It's confusion, I always say.
You know, it's beyond that. Fusion is like saying melting pot.
Mm-hmm.
We used to very proudly say around the world, oh, New York is a melting pot. Nobody uses that phrase. What happens in a melting pot? Khichdi jab pakate kya hota hai? Sabki identity khatam. We are mosaics. हमारे को NCC में गाना है हिंदुस्तान का NCC the National Cadet Corps. The anthem says, रंग बिरंगे दीपक हैं हम लेकिन जगमग एक हैं. बिखरे बिखरे तारे हैं हम लेकिन झिलमिल एक हैं. हम सब भारतीय हैं. So when we understand that life is not about fusing things, we have to let all of us shine differently, brightly, independently, in our own way. And in our compendium, in our coming together, we are more magical still. That's what we have to understand as Indians. Plurality. India thrives in plurality. Mother India is not a monolith. That's what makes India magical. That India is the birthplace of so much. Appreciate all of it. In all our languages, shapes, ways, religions, and all of it. When all of them thrive, we all thrive. When one is choked, we are all dead.
Very well said. Okay, do you think chefs should stick to authenticity or embrace fusion? Well, I think we've discussed that.
We must discuss this.
Yes.
Authenticity, what is it? What is authenticity? Nothing. If you're not authentic to this day and age and time and frame, you are nothing. So authenticity is a bridge. Not only a bridge, it's Atal Setu, that bridge we've created from Bombay to Pune. It's an Atal Setu where you're connecting to a past, to memories, to your present, your past with your family, with your nation, with your culture, with your heritage and history. So you build that bridge to today. Done. The next bridge is the responsibility of being sustainable to the future. So you're thinking in your mind about how are my actions affecting my kids, my grandkids, my nation, my culture, and the planet at large. That's the next bridge you build. But the most important bridge you have to do is these two bridges have come to you. And how do they come? By being present in this moment. So authenticity is a connection to our past, a connection, a link to our future, and fulfillment in this present now. When we do that, that's when we are authentic. You can't be authentic without being true to yourself. Because what was in the past, you can never recreate. Pani was different, Hawa was different, people were different, everything was different. The people
were different, everything.
We can't match that. That's only a thought. But the responsibility lies with the future too. So you have to be authentic to yourself while nodding to the past, looking at the future, and being fully present today. That's authenticity.
So how would you do it in cooking?
By cooking mindfully, by thinking, by not being numb. What am I cooking with? Is my chicken correct? Has it been full of chemicals and hormones? Nahi, think. Chalo chicken nahi khate aaj ek organic farm dhoondte. Where is there organic in India? Nowhere almost. So think.
We're thinking,
look at labels. Look at labels. Are they fooling you? Check. Is that really a farm by that name, or is it all just smoke and mirrors?
Yeah.
So by being mindful, we begin the step of authenticity. Right. Be present. Be mindful. Be gentle. Be forgiving to yourself.
We're learning that. We are kind of learning that right
There's
now.
A lot of learning.
There's a lot to
not
be
only
done.
Learning. The most important thing you can do is unlearn. We have unlearning to do. Don't be robots. Challenge yourself. Don't be nationalist. Nationalism is akin to jingoism. Woke liberalism is another form of fascism. So all rabid fundamentalism is bad. Don't be extremists.
Yeah.
Be gentle, think, reflect, spend time, no rush. The world that's healthy eats with love and care. The French, the Greek, the Japanese, the Italians, the Mediterranean. What do? They take 2 hours to eat dinner, like we did in India. Dinner पे बैठ के बातें करते हैं, एक दूसरे से झगड़ा भी करते हैं, डिवोर्स भी कर लेते हैं, एक लव रिलेशन बन जाती है, एक से डिवोर्स करा दूसरे से शादी कर लेंगे. All happens at the table, no therapy needed, no heartburn and heartbreak. Come back to doing that. हिंदुस्तान में हम टेबल पे बैठ के तमीज से 3 मील खाते थे. So I tell people, families that eat together, stay together, healthier and happier.
Yeah.
Do that.
Nowadays it's eating
जल्दी
together,
जल्दी
eating together but with a
जिम जाना है, बॉडी
TV.
अच्छी बनानी है, 39 में हार्ट अटैक होके मर जाना है, क्योंकि बॉडी तो बहुत बना ली पर हार्ट को आर्टरीज ब्लॉक्ड, क्योंकि खा रहे क्रैप हो, प्रोटीन पाउडर ले रहे हो, हार्ट अटैक लेके मर जाओगे. खाना खाओ, डोडोज नॉट प्रोटीन पाउडर. You get the protein in real food. Eat that real whole food that your sabzis and pulses and grams all give you. So eat that.
Okay, if a foreign chef reinterprets Indian food incorrectly, is it still Indian cuisine?
First, a nation of 1.5 billion people needs to stop reinterpreting their own food. Forget foreigners. I have seen foreigners respect our food much more than our own
they
famous
look
chefs
for
are doing.
The real Indian food.
We are cooking
the
crap,
authentic
they are
from
cooking
the
that.
house. Yeah.
We are cooking crap, they are cooking the real food. Please don't attack foreigners, attack yourself. Begin with cleaning the house, unlearning and starting afresh.
What's your take on Instagram chefs versus trained chefs? Do you think that both can coexist?
One is entertainment, the other is reality. And we need both. In life, you need entertainment, you need a little
bit of drama.
You need to say, oh God, and then you go back. Sometimes Instagram can make you do better in your real world as well. So I think Instagram is not the problem. It's how we look at Instagram.
Yes.
We have to look at it as a relief, as a comic break, as a therapeutic catharsis.
Yes.
We can't follow it blindly. And Instagram has given us the ability to be inspired. Now go to your real kitchens and cook real food.
Real food.
But that's the inspiration. Run with it and create reality.
And in fact, there are some Instagram chefs that,
many
who doing fantastic basic stuff and, really putting you back to where you belong and where you
Beyond
came from.
Beyond basic. They're doing incredible. Follow them.
Yes. Okay. Have you ever had a dish go viral for the wrong reasons? I'm sure you would have.
There is. If you Google my name, put Suvir Saran and ketchup and cauliflower. You'll see a recipe. I made Manchurian cauliflower. It's so popular. In the New York Times website, people make more of it than anything else. I'm proud because it's a gazillion times more healthy and delicious than any Manchurian you get in India. But I wish some of the other, like Bharwa Karela, would have gone viral. But yeah, there are many dishes. The Gobi Manchurian, the Karari Bhindi. Food and Wine magazine, when they did their 40 best dishes of the last 40 years, only put one dish from South Asia, not just India, South Asia. It was my okra salad, crispy okra salad. It's cooked by millions today. No, Karari Bhindi.
Karari Bhindi.
Not the crap you get in shadis where it's deep fried with goop and glap. This is really light and delicious. But again, we are so numb that my recipe is so basic, but it's so yummy. So when you eat it, it's like air. And that's what people love that make it. So it's because it's very popular. But in India, we are making this thing that's like lead. You eat it and then khatte dekar and you need to get no fruits.
I want that recipe. I'm a
food
bindi
is
freak.
Intrinsically healthy. But we cook it so behuda in our recipes that we've forgotten. I don't take credit for my recipes. My recipes are Indian. And they're really deeply intelligent and mindful. But somewhere we've lost track. That we are making fancy things that are not grounded in any reality.
I remember my nani used to make the most basic cauliflower with just pepper and salt. And it used to be so delicious that every time we would visit her, we would tell, Nani, make this one.
Gobi banana.
Sirf gobi bana do aap hamare liye. It used to be as
That's
basic.
how food should be.
Exactly. It was so flavorful with just pepper and salt. But it was delicious. So yes, like you say, we need to go back to the basics where we came from. The real us is that kind of authentic food.
Less is more.
Absolutely. Okay, one kitchen myth people really need to stop believing.
No mistakes happen in kitchens. They're all lessons for how to be present, how to do better, and keep creating magic in your kitchen.
And sometimes I think these mistakes create something very interesting as well.
My best recipes have come from mistakes.
Mistakes. Like the Manchurian that you said?
No, there's this pear chutney I made at Devi by Michelin-starred restaurant. that came because one day I was making a pear chutney, and somehow, and I'm never absent-minded, but
Huh.
something happened that we left the store when we went away to a meeting. When we came back, there was a pile of rak, but at the center of it
Huh.
was a quarter teaspoon of deeply caramelized pear chutney. And when I tasted it, I said, oh my God, this is Jannat. And so what we did, we changed the recipe. Now I caramelize sugar and put the pears and cook it like that.
Like that.
So from that char and burn, from the Kandahar came that imarat of beauty. And we took it. We ran with it. So in every accident, there's a lesson to be taught.
Yes.
So be ready to learn. That's what.
Yes.
Mistakes are perfect. They're the beginning of new lessons.
Great, Suvir. I want to discover a little bit more about you, Suvir. You know, the personal you, the shaitan you, the real you. Okay, so the next is about that. So if you weren't a chef, what would you be doing today?
Full-time troublemaker. You know, I'm an imp. People say I needle people. I'm a loner. I'm a classic introvert. When I have to be around people, I find it the most miserable thing I have to do. And unfortunately, I've chosen an industry where I have to be around people. So I'm always performing. What I really love to do is read, write, reflect, and do nothing else. So when I'm around people, I'm always a troublemaker because I have to be entertained. And so I don't think I'm the easiest person to be around because I'm always in a tamasha. The bhavandar I am is because I have to entertain
And
myself.
we love the drama.
I don't love it. It's work for me.
We love it.
But for me, it's a lot of work.
But if you say that, you know, this is what you constantly do as, you know, it's act for you, but then you're doing it brilliantly. If you're doing it every day, all the time, I don't think it's an act. It's so much more
It's
you.
not an act. It's 100% me. But think how difficult it is because I'm doing something. I'd rather sit at home and have nobody around me. I can go days without meeting a person because that's when I'm writing.
That's your personal
I've written
time.
3 books of over 250 pages in 2 months. Three novels.
3 novels.
In 2 months.
In
so very
2
few
months.
people can match that because I sleep 3 or 4 hours and I can just keep writing and reading the rest of the time. I don't want to be around
So all
people.
the publishers are after you.
They're not gone anywhere because I'm now today I started writing my 4th, and for me this is not performance, but it is because I'm me. But it's work I have to do because if I'm around people, I have to then get energy because I want them to say things I want to. I want to see the real person, not the hi, how are you? My name is Shobha. How are you doing today? So I have to poke
not
them,
the pretentious one.
insult them, accost
get them to be
and
themselves.
Then get the real person come
Yeah.
out. So that's the work I like doing, and it's very difficult. But I don't give up till I've made that person come out. So it's work to do. It's tiring, but it's exciting. So I'm the troublemaker.
I like the troublemaker. That sounds very you. First thing you do after waking up. Don't say brush teeth and all that.
Check my phone.
We
WhatsApp.
all do, I think.
I wake up. I sleep 3 to 4 hours, and I wake up every hour to check messages.
Even in those 4 hours of sleep.
And I try to. I get a lot of messages every day. And I always answer them myself. There's no assistant checking anything. And as soon as I get up, I write because there's so much in my head that I want to say, and I just put it into a document. I have a diary that could be many novels written, which will shame me to death. So I hope nobody catches my password and computer after I go. But I write every day. I write somewhere between 15 to 20,000 words, and it's catharsis. I'm writing just to
every day
to go. All my gilas, shikwas, complaints have been typed, and I move on. No fighting to do. I've fought with myself in that letter to myself. All the complaints have been filed.
The journal.
And I move on.
The Suvir journal. I'd love to, get one.
You won't even understand kya bol raha.
Never mind. It'll be an interesting read.
You'll say Buddha badbadata rehta hai.
Buddha, well, okay. Okay. What's your 3-item survival kit on a deserted island?
Hope, gratitude, and hunger.
Wow. That is so profound. Wow. Your weirdest DM you've ever received?
Sir, you're beautiful. Khana khaya? But the length and breadth of the imagination people bring to Instagram DMs, like astounded. Hello, hi, very beautiful.
Chai piyenge?
Chai piyenge, khana khaya, lunch liya.
Do you know that thing that went viral? That lady, she's just sipping by the window and she's saying, chai piyenge? And it was a viral video. I was like,
No, I don't. I keep up with my Instagram. Nothing goes viral in my world because if I can reply to all the people who make the effort to come to my handle, that's what I do. I don't watch anything else. And other than that, I think the messages you get from people in DMs are so out there. Some naked photographs, some.
oh, talk me about
There's no
it.
dating app needed after Instagram. So block, block, block. You have to like, oh my god, whatever. Is it a dating app or is it Instagram? So Instagram, I think, is the best thing we have in this world. It's a bar, it's a restaurant, it's a food for thought, it's healing, it's flirting,
It's everything.
everything.
It's everything.
It's really everything. You
Yes.
take from it what you.
Yes. You really need to pick your take.
So the DMs, you get beautiful ones, you get challenging ones.
Yes.
I got one yesterday from a person who read my article and said, I don't reply to every column you write, but I want to tell you you've changed my life. I'm a UPSC aspirant, and your words heal me. They make me richer versions of myself. I don't talk to my parents. I've never found them exciting. Am I wrong? You talk so beautifully about your family and friends. And they went on. And they said, do you think I'll change? And I said, I changed. I said, each year away from your family will bring you closer to them.
Closer to them.
And he said, maybe I'm right. So,
yes.
these are the things that you say, this is why you do what you do. Another DM came that said, I'm a person living in Bulandshahr. I'm the only child of aged parents. And they had me at a much older age. I can't ever leave Bulandshahr. I'm also gay, but I can't tell them that. Through your writing, through your world, through your Instagram, through your Indian Express column, I get to see a planet I want to be part of, and I'll never be able to. So I told my mother, see, this is why I air my laundry in public, that there are people whose world does get enriched when you tell the truth, when you show your vulnerability, when you show that you're not perfect. And because she always said, Baba, you air everything. I said, Mom, if I write just in platitudes, किसको मैं heal करूँगा? अगर दूसरा आदमी ये समझ जाए वो भी टूटा है मेरे जैसा और वो तभी भी हंस रहा है, then you say, okay,
it's
life
inspiring.
is not inspiring. Then you realize,
it's
okay,
changed.
It's okay.
And it's changing you, in
it
a
tells
certain
you I'm
way.
okay.
Yes,
I'm not the only one who's broken.
It's okay to be broken. It's okay to be not okay. That's the thing.
Because I always say, Ambani, Adani, and Saran, तीनों ही टूटे हैं. We are all Mrs. Ambani could tell us a million things that break her.
Yeah.
But we don't allow her to. She has to
have that persona.
But nobody's asking her what are your challenges. Yes. I'm sure she has a million.
Millions.
The grace and elegance behind that is a real human being.
True.
We don't give her that ability. So all of us live with that.
Yes.
And the sooner people realize we are not perfect, the sooner they understand it's okay to be broken.
Yes.
All of us are.
True. A celebrity you'd love to cook for who hasn't tasted your food yet?
I would say Mahatma Gandhi, Mirabai, and Prophet Muhammad. I would love to cook for all three of them.
अभी वाले बता दो थोड़ा सुवीर
अभी
जो
कोई
भी
interesting नहीं है मेरे लिए.
None. I thought you'll say me. That was spontaneous. Okay, your dream dinner guest. Okay, this is dead or alive. You've already answered.
My dream dinner guest would be Adolf Hitler. How do I change him from being the devil he became? Could I cook a meal that would change the trajectory of history?
Yeah. One dish you failed at repeatedly but couldn't give up on?
Love. That dish has made me, broken me, fulfilled me, broken me again, formed me, informed me, given me hope, destroyed me, and I still keep going back to it. So I think when you have love in your life, all dishes become exciting. So live with love, never let it break you, because in the brokenness from love, you understand that you had something. Yeah. To be broken, you had to have had something magical. To have sadness, you had to have witnessed something incredible. And to have been there should tell you there's more to come. So love, 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 and keep believing in love.
And what's your love language?
Trust, hope, gratitude, feeling, seeing. Because if I can give somebody all of that, they'll give it back to me.
I'll add honesty to it.
You have to. Honesty
yes.
You cannot.
It's a non-negotiable. Yes.
But then they'll also cheat you.
Yeah.
What goes around comes around. The world is an echo chamber, a goonj.
Yeah.
So you put out what you get. So if you
Wonderful.
want to be loved, love. If you want to be trusted, trust. If you want others to think you're not a cheat, don't think the other is a cheat. You want to be seen as a good human being, see the other as a good
human being.
So you have to look at the world as you want to be seen. Don't expect kindness from others if you're not kind to others. Don't expect favors from others if you're not doing blind favors to people you don't know. The world,
you're
what
ready
goes
for
around
it.
comes around.
Yes, absolutely.
That's
Wonderful.
the golden rule of life.
Beautiful. Okay, if your life was a movie, what would be the title and who plays you?
Tutti Frutti, not Tutti Frutti. That broken as they get, yet smiling.
Tuta Puta Pyar.
Tuta Puta, Pyar Pyar Chodo. Because Tuta Puta is magic. Because, in those cracks, the Japanese call it kintsugi.
I was about to
But
say
in
that.
those cracks, they put gold.
Yes.
I see light. Because those cracks give us that new beginning, new opening, show us the stars, show us that glimmer, give us that silver lining, give us a new beginning, give us opportunity.
A new creation.
So Tuta Puta. I'm Tuta Puta, I own it.
And who is going to play that for you?
Me, hopefully. I'm Hindu, I'll come back. Maybe even if after I'm dead, I'll come back to play myself.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Suvir, for being on our show. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm sure the viewers who would watch Suvir are going to enjoy it even
You're too
more.
kind. Thank you for having me, Suvir.
Thank you, Suvir.